The 14th and 15th centuries were a brutal time for France. The 100 Years' War raged. Welcome to Cryptic Mystic Vault, where we decode enigmatic symbols of history. English armies marched across the land. They plundered villages and towns, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. The French crown seemed powerless to stop them. The once proud kingdom was on the brink of collapse. Amidst the chaos and bloodshed, a spirit of resistance flickered. Local lords and knights took up arms, defending their homes against the invaders. They fought not for glory or riches, but for survival. Their struggle was a testament to the enduring spirit of France. Josselyne was one such man. A knight of Brittany, he answered the call to arms. He pledged his sword to the French crown and vowed to drive the English back into the sea. His story is one of unwavering loyalty, fierce determination, and quiet heroism. It is a story that deserves to be remembered. Josselyne was not a man of noble birth or vast estates. He was a soldier, hardened by years of war. He earned the respect of his men through courage and skill. He understood the plight of the common folk. He saw the devastation wrought upon them by the English, and this fueled his resolve. He would defend his people no matter the cost. His campaigns were marked by cunning and audacity. He led daring raids against English supply lines, harassed their outposts and ambushed their patrols. He became a thorn in the side of the English war effort. His name struck fear into the hearts of enemy soldiers. Josselyne's victories were not on grand battlefields. His was a war of attrition. He chipped away at the English forces and exploited their weaknesses. His victories were small but significant. They proved that the invaders were not invincible and gave hope to the French people. Josselyne's loyalty to the French crown was unwavering, yet he did not receive the support he deserved. The French court was a web of intrigue and betrayal. Jealous rivals undermined Josselyne's efforts. They whispered lies about his loyalty and questioned his motives. Resources were scarce, supplies were slow to arrive, reinforcements were promised but rarely materialized. Josselyne was often left to fight with what little he had. He and his men persevered. They knew the fate of France rested on their shoulders. Despite the hardships, Josselyne never wavered. He understood that true leadership meant bearing the weight of responsibility. He would not abandon his men. He would not betray his king. He would fight on, even if it meant standing alone. The English were not Josselyne's only enemies. He faced opposition from within the French ranks. Some lords, tempted by English promises of land and power, switched sides. They betrayed their oaths and their king. They became enemies of the people they had sworn to protect. These betrayals cut deep. They tested Josselyne's faith in his countrymen. He witnessed the ugliness of ambition and greed. He saw how easily loyalty could be discarded for personal gain. Still, he refused to succumb to despair. He clung to the belief that there were still good men willing to fight for France. The internal conflicts hindered the war effort. They divided the French forces. They allowed the English to exploit their disunity. Josselyne found himself battling on two fronts. He fought the invaders, but also the treachery within his own ranks. Despite his service and sacrifice, Josselyne's name is not etched in the annals of history. The grand narratives of the 100 Years' War focus on kings and princes. They celebrate the victories of Joan of Arc and the cunning of Charles VII. Josselyne's contributions have been largely forgotten. Perhaps it is the nature of his struggle. He did not command vast armies or win decisive battles. His was a war fought in the shadows, a slow and grueling struggle for survival. His victories were small, his sacrifices often overlooked. Or perhaps it is the fickle nature of history itself. It remembers the victors, the heroes who capture the imagination. It forgets the countless others who fought and died in obscurity. Their stories are lost to time, their sacrifices unacknowledged. Though his name may be forgotten, Guy Josselyne's spirit lives on. He represents the countless individuals who fought for France during its darkest hour. They were the true heroes of the 100 Years' War. They embodied the ideals of courage, loyalty, and sacrifice. Josselyne reminds us that history is not merely the story of kings and queens. It is the story of ordinary people who rise to extraordinary challenges. It is the story of those who fight for what they believe in, even when faced with impossible odds. Guy Josselyne was a true son of France. He may be a forgotten hero, but his story deserves to be told. His legacy is one of quiet defiance, unwavering loyalty, and enduring hope. He is a symbol of the indomitable spirit of France, a reminder that even in the darkest of times there are always those who will stand against the tide. Imagine a world where Guy Josselyne's efforts had led to a different outcome. What if his unwavering dedication and leadership had turned the tide for France during the 100 Years' War? Picture a France bolstered by his spirit, emerging stronger and more united. This newfound strength could have shifted the balance of power in Europe, altering the course of subsequent conflicts and shaping a different future. With a fortified France, the ripple effects would be profound. A more stable and powerful France might have deterred future aggressions, leading to fewer wars on the European continent. This stability could have extended beyond Europe, influencing global politics and fostering a more peaceful world order. Guy Josselyne's legacy would not only be one of personal sacrifice and heroic defiance, but also of historical significance. His impact could have resonated through the ages, changing the very fabric of our world. As we reflect on his story, we are reminded of the incredible power of individual actions and the infinite possibilities that lie within each of us. Though history did not unfold this way, the story of Guy Josselyne serves as a powerful reminder of what could have been. It inspires us to consider the potential impact of our own actions and the enduring legacy we might leave behind. In honoring Josselyne, we honor the countless unsung heroes whose contributions, though often overlooked, have the power to shape history and inspire future generations. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more explorations into the symbols that shape our world.